relapse could become very severe. So he took it upon himself to start me on steroids before the MRI. I woken up very dizzy. I have still double vision.
Can we work it out? Only time will tell.
Hey guys, excuse the redness and like a little bit of stress. I'm not sure if they're gonna come into my room soon, and I don't really want to be recording when they do. But I wanted to give you a little intro to today's vlog. I'm currently in the hospital. I have been here since Friday. It's currently Sunday, and I went in here due to the fact that I was starting a relapse, or I had been starting a relapse as I thought. But then I started having a scary migraine episode, and I lost consciousness for a while. So in my last update I was telling you about my new symptoms I was experiencing, and I told that I felt like something was on the horizon, and that I was starting to get very like nervous and things, and I can't help but think that I knew that it was already like in a flare, but I didn't know, you know, I'm not an expert. But I'm starting to see a pattern. And later that day I developed a migraine, and that carried on for a few days. And yeah, the night between Friday and Saturday I had a seizure, or I just passed out, we don't know yet. But it was scary enough for me to say that if I wasn't feeling better by the morning I would call an ambulance. But then my mom said that she would drive me to the hospital, and she stayed with me until I was admitted, and I had a lot of tests done. So I told them about my new symptoms, I told them about my vision loss, my hearing loss, I told them about my migraine, that I had fainted, and then I told them about my involuntary movements that I was experiencing, and that my overall symptoms was just very strong. And I was worried because all of those things together with the migraine was just not a good sign. And immediately they had me do a few eye tests, so I got to see the eye specialists, and she had me do, I think it was like 6 different tests. Everything from like watching a sheet of paper with different shapes and colors and things, to I don't know how many machines they used to check like my reaction to light, or like if I could see certain spots in certain places, many things. I don't know the names of all of the tests, but they did also an x-ray of my eyeball and my optic nerve. And she told me that with all the tests that they have done, she would set the diagnosis of optical neuritis. But she says you are fulfilling most of the criteria for optical neuritis, but there are some things that I can't explain, and to me that's reason enough to send you in for an MRI, but to make sure that it's not because it could be because of a relapse, basically. I'm very red because I'm full of medicine, and I'm starting to swell a little bit, so I look quite scary, and I also put a serum on, so I'm extra red. But this is medication, this is my serum, and then this is medications. But yeah, she wanted me to be admitted to the hospital for me to be able to have an MRI. And because I was admitted on a Friday, I now have to stay until Monday to be able to get an MRI. And if I decided to go home, I would be put in a line to get the MRI, and that could take months. So she said, I highly suggest that you stay, please stay. And I decided to stay against, you know, the fact that I would have to be here so many days, and I do not like to be in the hospital, but I listened to the doctor's orders. I stayed, and they have been monitoring me a lot, and I was talking to the doctor on call on Friday evening, and he was asking me a lot of follow-up questions, the symptoms I was experiencing. So I told him the full story of the past week, how I was feeling currently, my symptoms, all the tests, blah blah blah. And he was like, I don't want to wait until Monday, because according to everything you're saying, it's most likely a relapse that you're experiencing, and I don't feel comfortable not giving you steroids before the MRI with the risk that this relapse could become very severe. So he took it upon himself to start me on steroids before the MRI. I know I got that question over on Instagram when I was posted, or when I posted I was on steroids. So that was his reasoning for giving me steroids beforehand, and I appreciate that because he didn't want to take the risk, and neither did I. So because of the fact that I'm in here so many days, I'm on steroids. They're also giving me blood clots medication, like to get my blood a little bit thinner. So I'm getting injections in my belly once every afternoon, and then I have to take a pill every day at 1 o'clock. And then I have this thing on here to receive any pain relief or steroids. And today is the first day without any pain relief. I've been on pain relief until now. I feel like my migraine has started to subside, which is great. My vision is not great. I still experience vision loss, but also double vision, and I have a lot of spots floating around, so it makes it a little bit difficult to see. But when they were testing my if you need glasses and you have to do the test where you read letters, that I have like the best, so I have the best vision in that at least, so that's good. Don't need the glasses, I just need to get rid of all this shit in between. So I'm hoping that the steroids are gonna do its thing. I'm gonna show you some clips from Friday, but they are on my phone, so it's not gonna be the best quality. He also scheduled me for EEG, which is this electromagnetic thingy that you put to measure the electro signals, I don't know how to say, but between your brain and nervous system or body. They want to make sure that the episode of me passing out wasn't a seizure or epilepsy. So they want to rule that out. So the tests that I have coming is the MRI, the EEG, and then I have to go back and do all of my vision tests again on Tuesday to see if my inflammation has started to reduce. So I will be updating you guys on when everything's happening. I'm also trying to film a day in my life because I'm bored and I don't want to get insane while I'm in here. So yeah, this is my intro for this very long vlog. I think I'm gonna divide it to two, but yeah. So I'm in the hospital and hopefully I will get some visitors today. It's very boring to be here all day, every day.
Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Only time will tell.
A room. I've made it to a room. What a day. I have a lot to update you guys on. But as you can see, I've been admitted to the hospital. I'm in the process of doing tests and finding out what's wrong with me. But I have been by now diagnosed with optical neuritis, I think it's called. I have lost my vision on my left eye partially, and I can't hear on my left ear at the moment. A few fun things. I'm currently waiting for an MRI, and it looks like I'm gonna be staying here for a few days for observation. I've done a lot of tests today, and I have more tests coming.
Mean nothing, but I know while you've lost, at least they say something. Still I try to connect with you through your eyes. Your eyes.
Good morning, friends. It's the second day in the hospital. I've woken up very dizzy. I have still double vision, and I'm feeling very nauseous this morning. I have received my breakfast. white bread with some olive oil and salt. The things that would make me feel the worst. So gluten and lactose is what I absolutely should avoid even before having MS. So she kindly gave me something for an upset stomach. And then I have to try and talk to the nurse if they can put in the system that I'm gluten intolerant, and at least I won't be getting the bread as an only option. I think they don't do lactose-free option. But if I'm gonna be staying here for a while, I still need to eat some. I just feel really bad this morning. So I came in urgently yesterday after having a few episodes. I had, I hope that you can hear me because I'm recording on my phone. I was experiencing some new symptoms, as I mentioned to you in my previous vlog, and then I started having really severe migraines, and I was having so severe migraines that I even passed out once. And I was starting to have feelings of wanting to vomit and that kind of thing. And I said, if I'm not better tomorrow, then I'm going into the hospital. And that was yesterday. And they did a bunch of tests for my vision. And they had me admitted. And now we're waiting for an MRI to see if this is another flare or if I have. They did give me the diagnosis of optic neuritis, but they don't know if it's induced from the MS or they want to do an MRI to confirm. And then the doctor that came in last night, he wanted me to also do a test to see if I could be suffering from epilepsy. If maybe my passing out the other day was epilepsy. I'm not sure, but that's all I know for now. I'm gonna try and eat this breakfast even if it's making me very nauseous. And then I'm just gonna try and rest until the doctor comes and we see what happens. Caesar will come visit me a bit later on and he will be bringing me a few things. I want my toothbrush and I want my hairbrush and some dry shampoo and that kind of thing to keep me comfortable. Oh, and they gave me a injection in the stomach last night because they said you're gonna be here so many days in bed, we don't want your blood to start coagulating, so I got that too. And I'm being put on steroids as well to try and stop the possible flare-up. It's been a bit of an emotional day today. It's now about 3:30 in the afternoon. Caesar is finally coming to visit me. He's going to bring me some essentials, things like toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, you know, the essentials. And I'm excited to see him because I've been here now alone for the longest time. I have nothing to do besides watching my phone, which I should not be doing with the with my vision issues. I can feel like it's not helping. I'm very tired and very hungry all the time because I am asked finally to get some gluten-free food. I'm now only getting vegetables and fish. And yeah, so I'm hungry all the time. It's about 11 o'clock and I have now received my evening dose of paracetamol and steroids. And I'm happy to be receiving it now because hopefully it has time to go in before I go to bed. Because last night I had to sleep with all of these things attached. So I'm hoping for that.
Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell.